Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. It's time for your Brentford versus Leeds post-match reaction. Leeds United conceded 5 goals in one game, having only conceded 5 in the previous 5. Not a great day at the office. Don't feel great. Listen, as is always the case, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course get your comments in. And let's get into it.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like a house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck. I believe I'm self-made. Yeah. So, folks, yes, Leeds United beaten. The scoreline maybe flatters Brentford a little bit, but I'm really frustrated with the defensive performance today. Absolutely abysmal. Diego Llorente, I said prior to the game, shouldn't be starting. Bring Cooper straight back in. Now, there's no questions about that. Llorente needs bombing out for me. Absolutely woeful again. He was bad against Brighton. He was worse against Everton, managing to meg himself to set Gordon up. And today, I mean, car crash, absolute liability. Shouldn't be anywhere near that first team for me. I don't care how well we've started. I don't care that he can sometimes play a decent pass. Defensively, he is suspect. Defensively, he is like Kiko Casilla. Every time the ball is near him, I get kittens. You know what I mean? It's brutal. It's brutal. And the quicker Cooper's back to 100%, the better. There are so many issues defensively for Leeds United. We were as open as we were under Bielsa today, you know, and it's so easy to play against. Hit the ball long and you'll get in. That's it. You know, Everton did it. Everton did it. Very similar. Brentford, better side, better quality, and they made us pay today. Leeds United did do well going forward. You know, we shared similar XG, but Brentford win 5-2 due to defensive lapses. You know, Brentford didn't allow that. Their centre-back partnership was strong, you know, and the quality's not amazing. You know, Ben Mee and Janssen. You know, we've got Koch and Llorente that are internationals. Abysmal. You know, Marsh's come out in his post-match pressure and said, listen, I'm not going to point any fingers because we do leave our centre-backs very open. He's aware of that, just like the full-back areas. When we're bombing forward, when we're playing that press, we know we are susceptible to that. You know, we know at times and accept that we will be open, but what we won't accept is terrible defensive displays. You have to make sure you are on it. And we failed to do the basics today. You know, we'll get into... Listen, I'm not even going to hammer the referee. For me, it was a penalty. For me, it was a free kick. Okay, I understand Jesse getting annoyed that the one that Somerville, you know, got brought down wasn't even checked. That is frustrating. We need consistency. But that's not why we lost today. We lost because our defenders are shite. You know, Cody Drama had to start because Christensen's picked up a knock. Luke Ayling came on later on. Thank God for Luke Ayling. I know people don't rate him, but for me, we've missed him, and straight away he impacted the game. Come on. You know, got himself wiped out. You know, there was a chance gifted for Bamford. How he's missed is beyond me. He's basically made a goal line saving tackle on himself. Just was one of them days, wasn't it? But then, you know, Luke Ayling gets an assist for a Mark Rocker goal to make it 3-2. You know, we'll go through them in a little bit more, you know, depth. But for me, 10 seconds after that, we go 4-2 down. 10 seconds. Like, 10 seconds, man. Which is mad that within them 10 seconds, we are that open. That open. And within me saying them words, 10 seconds has just passed. In that short space of time, Leeds were that open for Ben Mee to just put a ball straight over the top, Koch to totally misjudge it, and flick it on for Ivan Toney. And Llorente, I mean, where is he? Where is he ever? Where is he ever? I don't know. You tell me. I wish I knew. He shouldn't be on the pitch, though, for sure. Terrible. You know, I had a debate with a Leeds fan. I bet he's hiding right now about Ivan Toney. He said he was no good. Hat-trick today. Great centre-forward display. You have to give your props to Brentford. You have to give your props to Thomas Frank. Got the plan right. They're going to press us. We'll just knock the ball over. They did the same to Man United and won the game 4-0. They scored 5 against us. Draw specialists. Hadn't won in 3 since beating Man United. But we were easy for them today. Yes, we created a lot. Yes, we never give up. But ultimately, defensively, just far too open again. And is the system already 5 games or 6 games into the season too easy to play against? When the top teams come that have better quality of opposition, they'll try and impose their style and maybe we'll get something out of them. But when you've got managers like Potter, Thomas Frank, teams that aren't as good maybe or are struggling down the bottom, i.e. Frank Lampard and Everton, they'll adopt these tactics. Let's just sit in and bypass the press. Because look how open their backline is. You know? And when your defenders are putting in 2 out of 10 performances, Llorente 0 out of 10, you know, what can you do? I thought Adams and Rocker were good. Sinisterra, decent. Harrison brought off because he was tired. But again, Harrison needs to stay on the pitch for me. Joffy's not a number 9. Joffy needs to be playing off Bamford. Bamford was okay, but again, he's not fully match fit. We do not have a striker. We do not have a left back. The reason I'm so downbeat as well, it all boils down to 2 people or a group of people. They're bored because they haven't done what they were supposed to do. If you have a striker and a left back in when you made all the other transfers, we'd be okay. But now, since you divvy comments before the Everton game, everyone's on a downer, and then we go and get 5 put past us, as well as Leeds United play going forward, and whether we're in the game, and we keep fighting, and we never say die, all that stuff. I get it, but ultimately we still lost the game today. We still conceded 5. We still haven't got enough bodies in the door. Don't tell me William Yonto's going to come in and change this. He's not. And, you know, Jesse said in the post-match presser as well, just to say, like, on Yonto, we've been following him for some time. We thought we'd leave him at Zurich for a window or 2, but we felt we had to accelerate the decision. Yeah, because you didn't get any strikers in. So you thought, shit, we're letting Dan James out, so we need to get a striker in. You know, he spoke about loaning Dan James. He said it was always 1 in, 1 out. Do you remember people used to give us stick and people are giving Fabrizio Romano stick? We don't need to sell by. We don't need 1 in, 1 out. The manager said it himself, and James was the one garnering the most interest. So we had to let him go. He likes it here. We're disappointed. They're treating him like shit. They've got money there. They just don't want to spend it. So they've said, go on, Dan James, off you pop. They've not then been able to bring Gakpo, Diaz, Hwang, Joel Pirro, and we've had to leave the hopes. Listen, Yonto will be good. Yonto is a prospect, but we need a fully fit striker, man. We need a fully fit striker, and I'm not saying that's why we lost the game today. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's clear there are issues in, Llorente shouldn't be, if Llorente shouldn't be on the pitch. I said that pre-match because he's had 2 stinkers and now he's had an absolute horror show. You could play Stroud at left centre-back and you have a left-back. The only positive today for me was Luke Ayling. And I'd fallen out with Luke Ayling for his red card, but we missed him so much. Look, straight away. Someone said we missed Rasmus. I don't know how you get that. Luke Ayling's come on and played however many minutes and impacted the game and got an assist. Do you know, it's mad how quick things change in football. We beat Chelsea and then, boom, we're getting injuries. We haven't won in 3. We've got Nottingham Forest up next, who again, they need to get a win at home. If we don't win that, then what? Real worries, people. That's what. Maybe people think I'm overreacting, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. You can't win games of football if you defend that poorly or are that open. And I know it might be hard for people because people say, well, you've never seen this under Bielsa. And I get that. I do get it because I'm aware of it as I'm saying it. but the guy had a hold on me, you know that. And the football was electric going forward. This, maybe not so much. Leeds have possession of the ball, but I don't know what we're doing with it, if that makes sense. It's all very frantic. But listen, that's how Jesse wants us to play, and that's fine. And, you know, we beat Chelsea 3-0 playing that way. We had chances today. Some big chances as well. Like I say, we had a very similar XG to Brentford, and they've scored 5 and we've scored 2. But they were better defensively than us. You know what I mean? And they've got a top centre forward, a top Premier League centre forward in Ivan Toney, who scored 3 goals. Just a frustrating day at the office. Regroup. I don't know what. Look, for me, Bamford has to get fit to start against Forest. Cooper needs to come in for Llorente. Luke Cayley needs to start at right back. I think from the defence up, we were all right. You know, Meslier, I rate Meslier. You know, he came out. He tried to. He wasn't even at fault, man. He wasn't even at fault. We're just far too open. And I know you're at your most vulnerable after you've scored, but 10 seconds to be that open, to just put it back to me and then put a ball straight over the top. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm just really downbeat. My phone's going off and everything. Genuinely, I'm just like, I can't be arsed. To lose 5-2 is not good enough. The defending is abysmal. Jesse said his best centre-back partnership with Cooper and Llorente. However, Cock's now number 1. Decisions to make. It's Cooper and Llorente. Cooper and Cork. Like, we shouldn't have got into a situation because Llorente's got worse and worse and worse. Bomb him out for me. Shocking defensive display. And on an individual basis, that is the worst probably I've seen him. And that's saying something. That's saying something. Why, when you're 4-2 down, you try to do Cruyffies? And even if he'd have pulled that drag back, you know, to get round Wissa, there was, I think De Silva was there anyway, so he'd have lost it there as well. Terrible, man. Terrible. Jesse as well, just on Jesse. Look, I understand. Jesse was fuming. Fuming. I get it. He was fuming and has every reason to be. But when you're coming out speaking why you do it in press conferences, referees are seeing and hearing this. Best believe your cards are marked. Does it come back to that thing again of maybe you're talking too much? I'm not digging him out because I understand it's passion, but it's also thought out and methodical. He knows what he's doing. But when you're then coming out in press conferences and saying, this is why I'm doing it, they'll know. So you've already picked up a yellow previously, so be saying, listen, if Jesse carries on with his antics, just give him a red. Now he's not there for the Forest game. They're the facts. He's probably said something he shouldn't have, used an expletive he shouldn't have. I understand why he was disappointed, though, because like I say, they get a penalty. For me, it is a penalty. Yes, it is a free kick. I'm not going to get into that stuff. I don't see what people aren't seeing. But we need consistency, because the referee didn't make a decision either way on that, but they checked it. He didn't make a decision either way on the Somerville one, and they didn't check it, or did they? I don't know, but basically it's in front of him. He should have given a penalty, but referees know now. They've got VAR to back them up, so they daren't make decisions. Daren't make decisions. It's cowardly from the ref, because Somerville, it was a free kick every day of the week. It might have even been outside of the box, but it was brought down. You need to blow your whistle, and you know that, but you've bottled it because you know VAR will back you up, and that's facts. I don't care what anyone says. That's what referees do now. Don't make the big decisions because the VAR will check it for them. I don't even know if they checked it. It's a mad one. I'm pissed off. Anyway, listen, I'll be back tomorrow, Man United versus Arsenal. Smash a like on this, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in. I'm going to go to bed after this, you know. I'm going to eat my tea and be done. Be done with it. We don't play till next Monday now, so they need to get in. People need to get back fit, and Llorente needs to come out of this side. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out. Leeds.